MCO and CMCO. And this pandemic has also causes some business to carry out retrenchment. And as a result, there are a small proportion of us who are encountering with economic difficulties in this difficult period of time. Next slide, please. Okay, and the statistic provided by our Department of Statistics Malaysia show a not very encouraging sign, with almost 4.7% of unemployment in the month of August this year. So due to the difficulty in getting employment and also the financial difficulties, a lot of people are living in anxiety and stress, because at the moment we couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet, because the COVID-19 is still not returning to the good level we are expecting. And this is especially challenging for our fresh graduate or also the soon to be graduate, because now the economy and the employment climate in Malaysia have changed. And it comes to the questions of what we can do for this fresh graduate and also those who are facing unemployment, what we can contribute to them to help them to go through this difficult period. And as a result, we have come up with this initiative. There is a way ahead, hoping to combine the strength of the Buddhist community to demonstrate our compassion to the society and care for those in need. So we combine the strength of 4 Buddhist organizations to come out with this activity series. Okay, the objective of this activity series, we hope that through our forum sessions, in fact, we have a total of 3 forum sessions. This is the second one. We hope that we can disseminate messages on how to establish a positive attitude among the fresh graduate and the unemployed during this difficult time. And we will also be launching an online platform to provide job opportunities soon. We are still compounding the list of employment available, and hoping that through this online platform, we can provide an alternative channel for corporations to seek for talent as well. So this is a win-win situation for those seeking for a job and also the corporates. And now coming to the main attention today, the English forum sections. So we have Venerable Yoten and Brother Luhan with us to speak on the theme of staying relevant, emerging trends in future employment. Okay, before we begin, that allowed me to spend a few minutes to share with you the profile of both our speakers. We will begin with Venerable Yoten. Venerable Yoten is currently the Vice President of Malaysia Chapter of Buddha Lights International Association in the Young Adult Division. He's also a lecturer in Dongzhen Buddhist College. And we can see from Venerable educational background that Venerable has experience studying overseas. She obtained her Bachelor of Business Study Management from Massey University in Auckland, New Zealand. And she also obtained the Master in Education, Policy and Society from Cardiff University in United Kingdom. And Venerable is currently pursuing a PhD in Educational Psychology from the University of Malaya. So we look forward to Venerable later to share more from her perspective on how should we prepare for future employment. Okay, next up is Brother Luhan. Brother Luhan is the co-founder and principal consultant of Symphony Learning Solutions, focused on improving learning and performance in Malaysia. And Brother Luhan is no stranger to conducting workshops. And one of the special features is that the workshop content also focus on how to open up our mind and touches our heart, not only the from the competence aspect, but also from the psychological aspect. He's also a certified professional learning facilitator, HRDS trainer, and also train the trainer play singer. And he obtained his Bachelor of Engineering in mechatronics, an interdisciplinary branch of engineering combining the mechanical and electrical engineering. So this is what I got from the Google search, because at first when I got the resume, I also couldn't figure out the meaning, but it seems like it's so cool and so in line with the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So hopefully we can listen more sharings from Brother Luhan on this later. And he also conduct mindfulness workshop through Jazz Connection. Is a group of practitioners to figure out fun and practical ways of practicing mindfulness. So this is the profile of our guest of honors today. And just before we begin, just two more reminders from me. Firstly, I think Venerable Yoden will be conducting just a short survey later. So the audiences, please be reminded that if possible, please prepare a pen or pencil and also a piece of paper in front of you so that you can participate in the short survey later. And if you have any questions, want to direct to both our speakers, please leave your questions in the comment section under this Facebook Live. The questions will be directed to our speakers through our technical team and moderator later. So without further ado, I would invite Venerable Yoden, our speaker one, to begin our sharing. And we would invite Venerable to share her perspective and insights on what are the changes in employment and working during this CMCO period. Or do you have any experiences seeing the current changes in the employment mood in Malaysia? So let's give a round of applause to Venerable Yoden for her sharing.
A very good afternoon to you all, Dharma friends. How have you been? We're back to quite a normal life, but not so, right? So first of all, let us understand the current situation or the trend in our current industry. So in the human history, we had few industrial revolutions so far, right? So let's see, you can see from our slide here. Okay. First industrial revolution is the characteristic is mechanized production. And second industrial revolution is mass production. Third industrial revolution is automation. The fourth industrial revolution, which is now what is happening, is connectivity. You might ask, what revolution industry 4.0 really is? Most of us would say AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Correct. AI is the real brain behind this industrial revolution 4.0. Perhaps a better term for measuring this industry is digital transformation market. Yeah. Can you still see my slide? Okay, if you have any problem, just let our team know. Yeah, the connection is not very good. Sorry about this. Okay. Essentially, this refers to the integration of digital technology across areas of businesses and services. This adoption of technology results in a fundamental change to the organization and the way they operate. Of course, the word digital itself has many definitions and can refer to all sorts of different areas. For some companies, it means going paperless and introducing software and technology. And for others, it means a greater focus on emerging technologies such as cloud computing, big data analytics, and machine learning. All kinds of sectors are embracing this digital transformation, while industries such as e-commerce, banking have already taken the big stride. And e-learning, healthcare, and supply chain, they are all starting to make progress. How does it relevant to our lives then? It is revolutionizing the way we live, work, and play, right? You see, one of the saving graces of the coronavirus pandemic is that we have had plenty of digital technology to keep us connected, whether for keeping in touch with loved ones or for working remotely. The internet has played an essential role. For example, from the global statistics show that, okay, from the slide here, you can see in 1990, there are around 1 billion fixed internet. Yeah. In 2000, there are around 2 billion mobile internet, which is one connected device per person in average. In 2010 and up to, expect the figures up to 2025, they are around 64 billion of Internet of Things, which is 15 connected devices per person in average. Right now, I think we do have at least 2 devices, right? Handphone and laptop. In future, very near future, perhaps each of us might have 15 connected devices, right? So this is the brief background of the new era. You might be curious, why did the organizer invite a monastic here to tell you about tomorrow's world of work? Monastics shouldn't have employment problem, right? You might think that. Does religiosity matter in the era of Industrial Revolution 4? And can it play a role in the new Industrial Revolution? Yes, it does. As individuals and community become more connected to one another across cultural boundaries, and as technology increasingly transforms our economies and societies, there is an ever greater need for people to develop a complex understanding of the values, perspective, and behaviors inspired by different forms of religious activity and belief. The World Economic Forum has recognized the significance of faith and values in guiding the societal and economic interactions, especially in the era of Fourth Industrial Revolution. The engagement of religion and faith leaders in defining the moral framework of the Fourth Industrial Revolution is therefore essential, because faith is the most powerful force guiding societal and economic interactions, and it is the source of moral and ethical guidance for individuals and communities. That's my sharing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Venerable Yoten. I think in the past few minutes, we have been walked through the how we move from mechanized productions to the era of connectivity, to a more technology and digital-based world we are currently living in now. And Venerable also highlights the importance of spiritual development in line with the technological advancement. And next up, I would like to invite Brother Luhan to share his perspective on what are the major changes he observed in the current era, and are there any important advances or skills that we should pay attention to?
Thank you, Brother Eow. Thank you, Venerable, for that sharing, walking us through the whole context. I think that's very good to set the tone for the whole session today. For me, I don't have slides to share for this session. I'll just go through very verbally what I observe. Yeah. So in my course of work, I do come in contact with a lot of HR practitioners, a lot of graduates, and the industry knowledge that I've been exposed to. Not everything, but they do tell me a bit of the stories. So I just share some of the observation that I noticed that I feel might be important for a lot of graduates today. So the first one of what I see is, of course, right now in the MCO, CMCO lockdown era, we all know economy is not doing very well. So actually a lot of companies are struggling to survive. Yeah, even the big companies, a lot of them have actually frozen the recruitment, frozen hiring. So they're no longer hiring permanent staff. Some not even hiring contract or part-time staff. Some definitely still do. And of course, there are still other people who are open up. So what I see is actually there's a shift in terms of where the job opportunities are coming from. Traditionally, people may think like, oh, it's good to work in a bank, for example. And right now, maybe banks are not hiring as many, banking or economic graduates, but banks are hiring computer science graduates, or they're hiring app developers. So there's the shift in terms of the talent that banks are looking for. I talk about banks because I work a lot of banks, so I can talk about that. And in fact, one of the banks that I know is this is a multinational bank, so they're saying they don't have enough talent to fill the vacancies that they have. So although we may see like, hey, there's like not enough job, like everybody lay off, no job. But actually there are jobs. It's just that the jobs require different set of skills. Yeah, so that's something that I'm sure we're going to go through a lot more in depth for the rest of today. So, but in roughly, what kind of skills that I can see is, number one, technological skills. Yeah, they want people who can code. They want people who can design an app or design a UI UX, which is a user interface, user experience. They want people who can design games. Yeah, if you notice, 11/11 just passed, right? So a lot of people go on Shopee, go on Lazada, even a shopping app, right? They have games. There's like games inside the shopping app. They ask you to collect coins. There's like Shopee Farm, ask you to collect. So there's a lot of that design going in, the tech stuff. On the other hand, I also noticed another direction or another increase is that we're moving from just very left brain oriented jobs. Left brain means very analytical, very critical thinking. Last time it's like we need to look at Excel and analyze a whole long list of data kind of thing, into more right brain. Actually, not right brain, a whole brain, but more on the right brain side. It's not just I want to know, okay, how to summarize this data, but I want to see what is the meaning of this data. I want to present this data in a way that people can understand. That's the usefulness that's happening right now. So I do see a lot of increase in the demand in, for example, designers. Yeah, there's a lot of demand for designers right now because we need that to design games, to design apps. We need a lot of designers. So this industry is also increasing in demand, if you notice. So that is a brief sharing that I can see in what is happening in the market trend right now.
Okay, thank you, Brother Ruhan, for his sharings on the current industry needs. So we see that the employment mode, maybe from permanent into a more contractual based, employment mood currently, and also the nature and also the depth of the task performed will also experience some changes compared to the conventional job, which lead me to the next question. Because for generation, maybe not only my generations, for many generations, it's ingrained in our mind that there's a traditional school of thought. If I study subject A in university, then my career choice must also be based on that particular subject A. So using me as an example, I'm currently pursuing PhD in community nutrition at UPM. So the mentality maybe is like, since I already study bachelor degree in nutrition, so I continue my career advancement on that path. But in recent years, it seems like there are a lot of cases of fresh graduate moving into a completely different profession or field or discipline, which is uncharted territory for them. Based on the experience of our both speakers, what do you think of this phenomenon? So we invite Venerable Yoden to share your perspective on this new phenomenon.
Thank you, Brother Yu. Before we proceed, I would like to share a questionnaire which might help you to assess whether you have the capabilities to move into the new workforce. Yeah. I have 3 sessions of this questionnaire. So please take down the score that for each prompt, right? You read each prompt carefully and check whether it applies to you most of the time, sometimes, or almost never. Then take down the number or the score on a piece of paper or even on your phone if you like. Yeah. So we will see the result at the end of the forum. Okay, give you 1 minute to go through. Don't worry, just answer the question and pick the score instantly. So you don't need to think too much. Yeah. Which is most applicable to you. You can take the numbers or the score you take down. And then we will see the result at the end of the forum. All right, back to the question. Well, coronavirus pandemic has likely changed how we learn and how we have thought about our career, right? So we are probably feeling uncertain about the future or worry about securing that first job. So what are the trends that shaping the young workforce now? According to Ravi Venkatesan, he is a former chairman of Microsoft India and currently UNICEF Special Representative for Young People and Innovation. He said there are four trends or the 4 elements that shape our current trend of workshop. First, there are fewer formal sector jobs in this new era. This means more and more of us have to see ourselves as self-employed, if not as entrepreneurs. The jobs such as like freelance, gig work, these are the examples. Second, unconventional leadership opportunities to tackle societal issues. For example, jobs help your community recover from the crisis. We need young leaders to change the world. This is the opportunity. Third, technology is reshaping the world, and the crisis has accelerated digitization. For example, e-commerce, telemedicine, teleworking, remote learning, and automation, and so forth. Yeah. Don't miss any opportunity to hone skills that this tech trend needs. Fourth, we live in a volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous world. The true meaning of this has been reflected in these uncertain times. As a Buddhist, just like Buddha told us, uncertainty is the only certainty and change the only constant. So all of us have to develop resilience and embrace the changes. Having knew the above, you might say, "Oh, my Buddha, these changes redefine my understanding of work, where I choose to work, or what should I do?" My friends, do you know that employers and business leaders have been complaining the gap between what students learn in the college or university and what they are actually expected to know in order to be job ready in decades ago? So don't worry about career choice must be based on your study, or should I move into a new profession? Don't confuse how you assess work with the nature of work itself, which means either remotely or physically. The reality is that we may be going to a pre-industrial era where people were mostly self-employed and had to figure out how to do something useful with our unique skills and interests. So every one of us, young or elders, has to figure out the answer to this question. What question is that? What am I uniquely good at that the world needs and is willing to pay for? We need to look at work not as a job, but as a series of projects, and sometimes a portfolio of projects. Yeah, some of which are paid and others might not. Speaking of which, do you think if the pandemic and the changes in the era of fourth revolution industry impact our monastery and Buddhist society? Surely, no one can escape from it. Our monastery restructure our financial planning and budgeting accordingly. We adapt different organization operating model and so forth. In Fo Guang Shan organization, we are well trained to advance with changes in time. Do you know that the practice of moving into new profession or field or discipline is not our new normal, but is normal in the monastery? Let me show you how monastic changed the profession during the pandemic. These are the photos from the last 8 months. This is our chief abbess of Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Thailand, and Singapore, Venerable Chen. If put it in an organization management structure, her role is equivalent to a group CEO. She also performs as the leading monk to lead the Dharma function, as the Dharma lecturer giving Dharma talk. As soon as we receive the news of coronavirus breakout, he acts as the anti-epidemic task force team leader. When Malaysia locked down, our Dharma services and lectures all go online. And there is a period of time we had not enough green vegetable supply. She became a farmer. And she made bean curd as well. She became a cook and even a painter. So in Asian monastery, monastics have to learn the skills of the 3 breaks and 6 mallets and the 18 types of ascetic monastic practices. Besides, our organization has 3 years term practice. Venerable Master Xing Yun encouraged us serving in other Fo Guangshan branches or take a new role globally after 3 years service in one place. Therefore, Fo Guangshan Monastery is always ready for changes. My friend, my point is, if you reach out to those people who needed help, you are the true thousand arms of Guan Yin. That's why we say, don't worry about the career choice, because there is a path ahead as long as for the public good. Thank you.
Okay. The key takeaways I get from Venerable Yoden sharing just now is, don't sweat too much over uncertainties, but instead we must learn how to live with them. And also we should also focus our energy on developing our own uniqueness, our value, how to develop multi-competence as shown by Venerable Jue Chen just now, to be of service to the society and also to your companies, to your employers. And next up, I will move on to Brother Luhan for his sharing. I'm not sure whether he prepares any short survey or quiz for the audience to participate in. Okay, let's pass the mic back to Brother Luhan.
Thanks, Brother Yu. Yes, actually, just a very quick one for all of you listening in, because I want to know what's your background a little bit so that we can address that and speak to that as well. So when you ask questions, it's also easier for us to answer based on that. So it's very simple. All right, so you can see here, right? You can see my screen. It says your background. So at the top, go to menti.com. Menti.com, that's MENTI.com. And they'll ask you to key in a code, right? And the code is 3985217. All right, so we've got some answers coming in. So just go there, and then it's just quick 2 questions. This is the first question. So the first one is asking about your background as you are listening in right now. Whether are you a student? So student means you're still studying, whether in university, in college, or maybe some of you in school, you're still in school listening to this, or you're a graduate. That means you already graduated, yeah? Maybe not physical graduation this year, but you graduated and you are employed, yeah? So that means you're currently working for someone, or working self-employed by yourself. That means you have work to do right now. Or you are graduate, it means you've already graduated, PL, but not yet employed, yeah? Maybe you haven't found a job, yeah? Maybe it's difficult to find a job right now, or maybe you, due to the MCO, unfortunately, the job went away, or there's no job to find, so that's unemployed. Or you're other, okay? So if you're other, then maybe let us know in the Facebook comments what other backgrounds are you from that you are tuning in right now, okay? So just key in. I just give you a while. Yeah, I see about 20 over people have keyed in, so I just give it a while for you all to key in your answers so that we know where are you coming from. Yeah, what is your background like for the audience? Okay. Very good. So as you are keying in also, once you've keyed in, yeah, maybe you can share in the Facebook comments, so we'll take a look as well. If let's say you are employed, yeah, let us know which industry are you in, yeah, which industry are you in. Or unemployed, then let us know what challenges do you face in finding a job, yeah, so that we kind of know also. Just key into the comment, Facebook Live comments, so I can see the Facebook Live comments. Okay, just give it a while more. So it seems like most people here are employed. Okay, so we don't need to worry so much on Venerable. So it seems like most people have a job. So it's good. But it's good, yeah. But I don't know, maybe some of you here come here thinking, oh, should I change job? I don't know. Or here thinking, oh, what? you know, or not sure whether still going to employ it. Yeah. But it's good, it's good. Some students also very good, yeah. Listening early, that's good. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, maybe you're working for very long already, or yeah, you're listening in. Thank you for listening in. Okay, just give a few more seconds for your answers to come in. Okay, if you're answering, please do so. Just submit your answer before we go to the next question in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we've got about 38 answers, and seems like 18 of you are graduates and you're employed. So very good, very good. 3 unemployed. Okay, do let us know actually if you've been looking for a job and what's the difficulty that you face. Yeah, or any questions, do type in the comments so we know. Students still studying, very good. Maybe you're worried, is it, about whether after you graduate can find a job or not. So this session definitely very helpful for you. Others, let us know who you are, where you're coming from, yeah, why you're listening to this. Is there any expectation that you want to know? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. So next slide. Your biggest concern, okay? So whether you're employed, unemployed, you're a student, or your others, you know, what is your biggest concern regarding job opportunities in the next 5 years? Yeah. What are you worried about? Are you worried? Yeah. If you're worried, what are you worried about? If you're not worried, then okay, no worry. You know, my job, I feel quite secure, very good. Or maybe you are self-employed, you're doing your own business. You know, what is your concern? So just key in any words that come to mind. Just one word that come to mind. Layoff. Okay, we've got some very good. There are a number of layoffs that I know of actually. I think most banks except one bank that I know of, they have consciously decided not to do any kind of layoff until now. Okay. And that bank is a Singaporean bank. Okay, I won't name the bank, but it's a Singaporean bank. So they committed not to have any VSS, MSS. They commit to keep their people. But most companies that I know of, banks, they have had not just one round, but multiple rounds, okay? Multiple rounds. Same goes for energy sector, oil and gas, multiple rounds of layoffs. No worries. Oh, okay. AI. Okay, I thought too much too much love. It's AI. Okay, AI taking over your job, I suppose. Yeah, okay, that's very good. That's something that we're going to address towards the later part of this. Pay cut or even retrenchment. Yes. A lot of people are going through that. A lot of sectors are affected, especially tourism sector, hospitality sector, retail sector, even food sector, a lot. Pay cut still considered still lucky lah. I think still okay. If let's say your industry is those heavily affected, right? I think right now a lot of people having pay cut or some having alternate work arrangements. So I know some people that they cut down the hours. That means instead of we work 5 days a week, people are working maybe 3 days a week. So the pay also reduced lah. Retrenchment, definitely something that's always bothering our mind. So we'll look at some of the skills as well. What are some of the things that, you know, I think, and also what vulnerable things that, you know, can help us, prepare us, you know, for this upcoming, definitely a very transition. This year, this 2 years is really impermanent year, right? Pay cut, layoff, yep, mental health. Yes, a lot of people going through mental health. Brother Eow was mentioning earlier, right? A lot of stress, anxiety, depression, even I think suicide cases have increased a lot recently. So yeah, if that is something that is you know, bothering you, do reach out to look for help. Yeah, there's a lot of help, a lot of organization offering mental health support. Be eliminated, no direction. Okay, what skills will you need? Yeah, we'll talk about that. COVID getting worse. Okay. COVID is same, but maybe our healthcare getting worse. Salary reduction, layoff, money. Okay, the need competition. Don't have own life. Oh, okay. So the life given to company, sell your soul already. Okay. Okay. Right. Thank you for everyone who replied to this. Okay. Very good questions. All right. So I just share a little bit. I just stop this sharing for now. So I just share a little bit because this question is talking about changing industries or changing profession. And those of you who notice, I actually graduated as an engineer, right? And mechatronics is like, okay, basically we're supposed to build robots that take over the world, right? So we contribute to this problem. So that's why I quit. No, I'm just joking. So engineering, but one thing I realized is I during my engineering time also, I realized it was actually very difficult for me. You know, but why I entered engineering was my father was an engineer. Okay, and in school, I was in science stream, and my chemistry was very bad. My biology was very terrible, but my physics not bad. Physics, mathematics quite good. So I said, wow, physics, mathematics. You know, you go to career fair, they do this test for you. Oh, physics, mathematics, good. Okay, become engineer, lor. You know, that's a safe choice, my engineer, lawyer, doctor. So engineer lah, okay. So I went to engineering school. Really hard, very hard to graduate. But luckily I graduated. But I never did engineering. Yeah, I never did engineering. I just interned for a while, and that made me realize that I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. So I changed. But changed to what I didn't know at that point in time. At first I changed to actually advertising. I went into advertising because at that time, wow, YouTube very hot. Wow, everybody wanted to be YouTuber. YouTuber just started, like, wow, maybe I can do some advertising, you know, that's really cool. So I tried that. But then also realized that's not something that I want to do. I don't want to be in that industry. Then I changed. I went into HR consulting. That one also blur. Never learned anything about HR, never learned anything about psychology. I just enter, got project, very big project. My friend and now my co-founder needs help. I said, okay, I help you. Let's just do. So I just simply, you know, like say 穿墙lah, just whack only lah. Just go in, see what I can do, then do lah, that kind of thing. Then it turns out not bad. Then eventually, slowly, because of the demand, then I became a trainer or learning facilitator. So I teach, I conduct workshops, yeah. And then this year, suddenly workshop all become online. So change again, become online, yeah. And then eventually also become entrepreneur, running my own business, and also a content creator. That's something that I like to do. I like to write articles. I like to do interview sessions. So I've been changing quite a fair bit lah. Yeah, if you see from the beginning, engineering to, you know, at the end, not at the end lah, right now, not end yet, right now. Yeah, doing a lot of training, consulting, you know, business kind of thing. And what I've learned throughout all this is that, and from what I hear from people, is people say, oh, okay, a lot of people want to keep changing jobs. They think it's like cool, or is can earn more money, right? I feel like that is not the right reason. Yeah, let me show you something that I put up here. Okay, so if let's say you are looking to change your job or change your industry, yeah. Okay, let's see. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, before that, there was another question, right, that asked, hey, what if, is this a waste of your degree? Oh, a lot of people ask me this. Why you waste your engineering degree? Wow, you studied, no, serious, I studied engineering degree is 4 years, foundation was 1 year, okay? So total of 5 very, very stressful years, okay? I can't use a more strong word, but very stressful years. And they said, wow, 这样浪费啊, you so wasteful, yeah? Waste your whole time, 5 years there. And the reason that I changed was very clear to me at that point in time. I remember this very clearly. I was sure that I don't like this industry. This profession is not something that I enjoy. It's not something that I'm good at. It's not something that I can contribute a lot in. So if I continue doing this, which I can continue. I just be an average engineer for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years of my life. Or I can change a profession or change and try something else, see whether it is more suited for my personality, for my strengths, something that I like to do, and then see whether that works out. So which one is more wasteful? To me, the first one is more wasteful. Yeah. If I know already something is not working, then I change out. I don't continue doing it. So I took the second path to a bit of risk it and try something different, try something new. And I'm very, very happy that I did. I took the second one. So just a quick sharing before I move on with this. Some people ask when to change profession, when to change industry, right? To me, the key point is your intention. Yeah. So I don't agree with people who just keep changing job for no reason. It's like, wow, this looks cool, or that one looks good, or this one pay higher a bit, this one, wow. So a lot of people, for example, number one of the reason is they change because they're comparing with other people. They say, wow, my friend's doing so well. Wow, they are, they're selling property and then it's doing so well, so successful, earn so much money. Okay, I also want to be a property agent. Okay, nothing against property agent, okay? All property agent happy, okay? I have nothing against you. I have a lot of friends in property, so don't get offended, okay? It's just example. Or, some people is like, whoa, now tech very hot. Okay, everybody want to work in Google, Microsoft, Apple, all this. Okay, let me do tech. But then, do you like tech? Do you know anything about tech? So one thing is you need to know yourself. Yeah. Don't just compare and see your friends doing this job very good, then you also want to jump to the job. Second one is when you're emotional. A lot of people do this. Wow, today the boss scold them already, then wow, very angry. I don't like this boss. This boss, like, wow, very from hell, this boss. Throw letter. I want to throw letter the boss. Or the customer very stressed. Wow, ask for this, ask for that, very stressed. So don't make these big decisions when you are emotional, okay? Most of the times you come to regret it. So don't make when you're emotional. Make sure that you are calm. The body is calm, the mind is calm. Then you really think things through. Then you make this kind of big life-changing decision. Okay, third one. This one, a lot of young graduates, I notice, they're looking for this one magic job. Yeah, they think, wow, if only I can enter Google, wow, my life would be so happy. I got bin bag, I got free food, I got all these perks, free phone, everything. I got all these free thing. Then, wow, no stress. Pay so high, all very happy. One magic job. It does not exist, okay? It does not exist. Let me tell you, whatever job that you see out there, it comes with its fair share of stress. Yeah, it comes with its fair share of responsibility. In fact, if you want higher pay, you will have to take higher responsibilities, higher risk, also higher contribution. Yeah, higher value you need to provide. So there's no magic job. Yeah. So when do you change? Yeah. I believe, for me, at least in my experience, I change when I find that the job does not fit the life I want, or it clashes with my values. Yeah, for example, if let's say the industry requires you to do a lot of socializing, you have to go drinking a lot, or you have to mix a lot with, people who are not sharing your values. You can say no, don't join, but somehow it's just you don't feel very comfortable. For me at least, I don't feel very comfortable. So for me, then that's a no. I wouldn't join. Yeah, I would change direction because of that. Or for example, don't fit the life means for me, family life, family time, very important. Yeah, or time for spirituality, meditation, very important. So I don't like a job that requires very, very long hours. Yeah. That's not for me. Yeah, I cannot do that. So then I change. So when I find a job, I make sure that it fits the kind of life that I want and the kind of values that I hold. Yeah, so that's my sharing for this question. Back to you, Brother Eow.
Okay, very interesting sharing on how Brother Ruhan, the journey of him moving from the mechatronics to the current profession, and also I think one of the key takeaways that we should keep in mind is the last part of his sharing. We should only change our job when there are reasonable reasons, not to follow your friends or the successful examples you see on social media. Yeah, it requires a lot of introspections of what we really want in our life. So now we move on to another question, because now we are talking about moving into different discipline, profession, and how to be job ready when there's a lot of uncertainty going on. So I would like to ask Venerable Yoden, regardless of the job nature and discipline, I think there are some universal qualities that will serve us well in contributing and adding value to our companies or to the society. What essential traits that you encourage fresh graduates nowadays to focus on to strengthen their cross-disciplinary skills?
Okay. All right. Before we proceed again, let's continue another 3 questions in the questionnaire, which might help you to assess whether you have the capabilities to move into the independent workforce. Yeah. So read each prompt and check which one is applies to you the most and take down the number. All right. Even though the Buddhism and the business enterprises may seem to belong to different scope, ultimately they are still part of the same whole. Yeah, and certain similar principles can apply. Yeah. A successful person must not only possess professional knowledge and strong work ethics, he or she must have the aspiration and spirit to establish new undertaking. Just like Brother Rohan, yeah, I think organizer have invited correct person in this forum, because both of us, we are not from the field that we study in our university. Yeah, I'm a venerable now, yeah, but my bachelor degree is business management, and Brother Ruhan is an engineer now. He is a HR consultant and a trainer. All right. Venerable Master Xing Yun lists a few prerequisites for success of an undertaking. First, integrity. Integrity is the basic ethics of being a human being. And it is also the persistence of those who are willing to operate a business. Opportunity is not the way to sustainable career development. Once the evil is seen through, the small one will resort to the law, while the big one will be discredited. It is true that the small will lose the big, and down to earth can create reputation and help the career. Therefore, integrity is the foundation of success. Second, determination. Determination is a positive attitude towards career development. With determination, you will focus on your goal. With determination, you will have the courage to strive for the upper reaches. With determination, no matter what difficulties and setbacks you encounter, you will try your best to solve it. With determination, there is motivation. With motivation, success is not far away. So determination is a condition of our career. Third, diligence. Everything in the world has to be worked hard to gain, right? Time is very fair. Everyone is 24 hours a day, but a day's time brings wisdom and strength to diligent people, but leaves a regret for lazy people. Therefore, there is no free lunch, no sweat in vain, readiness to endure hardships, not afraid of difficulties. Working hard is the driving force of career. Fourth, step by step is the attitude that people must have to accomplish one thing. You can't act too hastily and perfunctorily. Yeah. So we must put our own time and effort to accumulate the strength. Yeah. So gaining time is the element of your career. Fifth one, health. In order to respond to the rapid development of society, the competitiveness of all walks of life is relatively high. If the body and mind cannot be adjusted appropriately, health will be endangered. If a person lost his health, even if he is ambitious, it is difficult to achieve. That is the Chinese saying goes, if you stay with the green hills, you are not afraid that there is no firewood. Therefore, health is the capital of career success. Only a healthy body can create a successful career. These are the qualities that will serve you well in contributing values in your work and life. Perhaps we can invite Brother Luhan to tell us more about what a human resource manager is looking for a candidate who came for the interview. Thank you. This is my sharing.
Thanks, Venerable. Yeah, let me just bring up my slides. Okay. So I think Venerable gave very good foundation. Actually, I think that those are very good points, especially, like health, very overlooked and underrated, right? Everybody just take it for granted until you lose it. Then only you appreciate, wow, we need to be very grateful for the health that we have, especially like right now, in the COVID situation, everybody suddenly wake up. It's like, wow, okay, no health, don't even talk about your growing your business or getting the promotion, that kind of thing. So that's definitely very important. For me, I'm going to come from my personal experience of what I understand, because I've changed like different fields a little bit. So there are 4 skills that I think everyone can benefit from. So it can be called cross-disciplinary skills or transferable skills. Yeah, meaning you can use this across different industry, different professions. So that means these are good skills. That means you learn once, you can use it for your whole life. Yeah, so very useful, high ROI skills. Okay, the first one is being resourceful, or resourcefulness. Right now, if you notice, there's an overload of information. Agree? Whatever that you want to learn, you can find on YouTube, you can find on WikiHow, you can find on some blog, you can find on Facebook. Yeah, anything that you want to learn. Yeah, even if you want to, build a house, you want to build whatever, you want to repair whatever, your washing machine, you can find it online. Yeah, whatever you want to do. So it's not a lack of resources now. So last time, the difference is, last time the problem was people don't have access to knowledge, right? People only know the knowledge from their parents or the teachers or within the neighborhood community, or they go to a library and then they read some books. So that's it. Right now, everything is literally at our fingertips. So it's not about having more resources. In fact, now too much resources is a liability. Yeah, it's about knowing what to do with these resources. What to do with all these resources that you have, and where to find them. That's being resourceful, where to find them. Yeah. So especially like, you move into profession. So for example, when I shift from engineer to being HR consultant, I knew nothing about HR consultancy. I don't know anything. I just search, I just go online. I read a lot of journals. Good thing is I like to read those personal development books since young. So I have some background knowledge, and I keep reading more books. Of course, I watch a lot of TED Talk videos as well. So that's being resourceful. You need to know how to learn new skills, yeah, and where to find them. That's the first one. Second one is a new word that I coined. It's called humifidence. Okay, so it's a combination, if you can see, from humility and confidence. All right. So humility is that humbleness, yeah, willingness to learn from anybody, yeah, whether they're older from you, they are younger than you, they are Westerners or they are Easterners, whatever color of their skin, don't care. That humility and willingness to learn from anyone and anything, any situation, that's very important. But at the same time, we also want to have that confidence. Confidence in what? Not confidence as in arrogance, but confidence in our own abilities, confidence in what we know, confidence in what we have learned, the skills that we have learned, confidence in our teachers who have taught us, the certain skills. So it's a balance, yeah, humility and confidence. So I call it humifidence. Okay. Third one, you need to be able to see the big picture. Okay, so when you move to a different industry or different profession or even different job, can be in the same industry with different job, you need more than ever right now, this has always been important, but more than ever, you need to know how things link with each other. Like how your job, what you're doing today, what you're doing day to day, right? How does it link to the department, over there? How does it affect your company's PR branding? How does it affect your company's bottom line? Yeah, you need to be able to see the big picture so you can connect the dots. Yeah, those who can do this you can go very far because you can see more of the bigger picture. Yeah, and the last one is what I call resilience. Yeah, this is something that a buzzword that's been gaining in a lot of trend, and I think it's for the right reasons. Yeah, so resilience means basically you get knocked down 7 times, you get up 8 times. Yeah, so if you try, you fail, you get up again. Yeah, don't give up, keep trying. Try different ways of doing things, different ways of seeing things, talk to different people, try different methods. You need that resilience because when you want to move across a profession, or even if you stay in the same job, the environment change, the technology change, your boss change, the way you work change. So you definitely need a lot of resilience. And resilience also means you're willing to make mistakes. Yeah, a lot of times I see young people these days tend to be afraid to make mistakes. Yeah, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just try as long as you go with good intention. Yeah, you feel this is the right way to do things. You feel it does not hurt other people, doesn't hurt your company, does not hurt yourself. Go ahead and try. Yeah, if you make mistakes, then learn and improve upon it. Yeah. So I feel with these 4 things, it will help anybody. If you're considering changing industry, changing profession, these are something that you can consider to build your skills upon. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you to both speakers. I think it shares some very important foundations and also skills, including mentality that we should equip ourselves with to better prepare for the uncertainties in the work field. Maybe because we can't know exactly the type of job we can get in this rapidly changing work field, but we can decide what type of persons we can prepare ourselves to be. And then I agree with the point shared by both the speakers. This is an era in which information overload happens quite frequently, because even in recent weeks also, there are a lot of free webinars. And then if we scroll the social media very often, we are exposed to really a tremendous amount of information. So it makes things like how to maintain our mental health an important issue as well, because nowadays in multinational companies such as Google, they see the ability to sleep and rest well among their employees as one of the core competence as well, because we must remind ourselves we do not only work, but we also need to decompress and relax ourselves properly. And okay, moving into the final round of questions. There's a study from University of Oxford in 2013 that about 47% of jobs in United States are susceptible to the risk of computerization. That means the job can be easily replaced by robotics technology. So the question here is, it's important that we continue to improve our unique strengths and attributes to keep us relevant in our profession. In the opinion of both speakers, what are the major skills and mindset we must prepare nowadays so that we can navigate through uncertainty well and also adapt to the computerization of jobs? Long story short is how to ensure our advantages compared to the robots so that we won't be replaced. So let's invite Venerable Yoden to share her perspective on this.
All right, thank you, Brother Yu. Okay, first thing first, let's complete the last part of the questionnaire. Yeah, you do the same thing, read the prompts and tick out the numbers which is applicable to you. Well, if you are hoping to get a job in the era revolution industry 4, you will need to have a very diverse set of skills and understanding, right? Just like Brother Rohan said, we must be very resourceful. Much of what you will need to know depends mostly on the role that you are aiming for, as well as the type of organization you are hoping to do it at. That being said, there are some skills that are particularly useful no matter what you are hoping to do. As we often highlight, many businesses, many employers are looking for candidates with a range of both hard and soft skills. Although the technical knowledge needed to do the job is important, the less tangible skills that make good employees are also essential. Below some of the less teachable soft skills that are common across every sector, employers frequently look for a mix of the following. All right, look at the soft skill. There are few. The collaboration. The collaboration in the digital industry is very important because you will need to work with a diverse range of other professionals. Being able to develop productive relationships that bring out the best in others is highly desirable. Emotional intelligence. This skill is closely linked to the others in this section. Is the ability to use and manage your emotion in a positive way, as well as to recognize the same in others, not only yourself, but to others as well. Adaptability. the digital industry moves and changes rapidly. So those who can adjust and adapt with these changes will always be in demand. Creativity. Ultimately, this is an industry that rewards new ways of thinking. Whether you are creating content, code, or business processes, creativity is a valuable asset to have. To ensure a successful career, one must know truth from falsehood and be consistent in words and deeds. And one must have unswerving determination and be down to earth. Only then will you be able to actualize your goals in any sphere. So this is the mindset, right? And the ideal in Buddhism is to contribute without asking for rewards too. In all activities, the Buddhist intention is to benefit all beings, based in the wisdom of the Buddha's teaching and the spirit of selfless contribution. Buddhists are able to repair the society by creating jobs, businesses, enterprises that benefit all. If a person can put aside the profit-only mentality and learn from the Buddhist practitioner spirit, he or she too will attain greater achievement and become more able to make greater contribution to the betterment of the society. Before I wrap up my presentation, I would like to share with you a video.
Job. The word means to create in Mandarin. It's also the name of this app, Creating a Firestorm. In just 1 weekend, it's gone from launch to being the most downloaded app in China's iOS store. The secret, allowing users to swap their faces or fill or TV characters. Here's how it works. I upload a high-resolution photo of myself. I'm then instructed to take a series of selfies in which I blink, move my mouth, and make facial expressions. 1 click later, the app literally grafts my face onto that of the actor in a scene I've chosen. 8 seconds is all it takes for me to morph into Forrest Gump. Because I feel like winter is coming, another click and I'm Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. The ability.
Venerable, I think we are moving from the screen of the video to the WhatsApp. So maybe, yeah, it's okay now. Thank you.
Frenzy across China. It's being cited as a prime example of how far deepfake technology has advanced. You have to protect me. Deepfake is essentially artificial intelligence that allows one to realistically create images and sound of another human being. It's being scrutinized for its ability to create misleading videos that blur the truth. We've already seen high-profile individuals from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi become online targets. And it's prompted this clever video warning us about the dangers of deepfake technology.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
Shell initially required users to sign away complete intellectual property rights to their faces and all content generated, such as these clips. It has since changed that privacy policy in response to widespread backlash. But the app has provided a glimpse into the future of deepfake, how it can be used and possibly abused. Gerald Tan, GTN, Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry for the technical problem. Yeah. So this video actually want to demonstrate that the advanced technology will bring harm to our society if being misused. Therefore, faith is the fundamental spiritual need, because faith is the most powerful force guiding societal and economic interaction, and it is the source of moral and ethical guidance for individuals and communities. From this example, the face fake technology is how dangerous is it? All right. To wrap up my presentation, everyone wants to succeed in starting a career or in your current career, but not everyone can do it, right? So success has to be achieved by causes and conditions. There are 5 conditions for the successful career. Integrity is the foundation of career. Determination is the condition of career. Diligence is the driving force of a career. Time is the element of the career. Health is the capital of career. In terms of the soft skill, we need the collaboration, emotional intelligence, adaptability, and creativity. Mindset, we know truth from falsehood and be consistent in words and deeds. Third one, unswerving determination. Fourth, be down to earth. And fifth, contribute without asking for reward. So this is my sharing for the last part. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable. I'll just share my point of views a little bit about this Oxford study where, the automation, are they going to take over our jobs? What's going to happen in the future, kind of thing. So the robots are coming, what do we do? Everyone's like freaking out, like, oh, AI is coming, IoT is coming, everything is. Yes, it's coming. But first of all, we need to reframe our mind that the robots are not like this coming to kill us, okay? They're not scary robots, but rather they're robots that are going to do certain tasks, right? They're going to do certain tasks. Example, especially tasks that are very repetitive, yeah? Tasks that, day in and day out, you do the same thing. Yeah, for example, let's say, packing a can of food, for example. Yeah, that's very repetitive. Every day you go in, you pack can of foods, you pack can of foods, you pack can of foods. Those kind of things. Most likely robots will be replaced, or even nowadays, a lot more analytical things. For example, if looking at a set of data and then analyzing the data. So these days with big data, AI, you just feed it into the computer, the learning algorithm will understand the data and churn out information based on that. Like what Venerable shared about the deepfake videos. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Once it's created, right, people just use it, and yeah, whether use it for good, use it for no good, we don't know. Yeah, there will definitely be people on both sides for sure. So what do we do then? Yeah. So for me, the answer is this: whether it's robots come, don't come, AI come or don't come, the answer is still the same. Yeah, it's to create value anywhere you go. What I mean by value, right? So for example, in the earlier ages, right, there's like, earlier we talk about agricultural age. Everybody was farming, everybody was planting or hunting. So that is the value. Yeah, they create food. Yeah, they create a source of something for you to eat. Then we went into, like Venerable shared, the mechanical part of the industry process. So we created machines to help us do that. Yeah, we created steam engine to help us travel further, to cut down time. So that's value. You save people time, you create food for people, or now you create convenience for people, you create entertainment for people, different kinds of value, different kind of value. But if you can continue to keep creating value anywhere you go, then you will always be valuable lah. Okay. If you got that. Yeah. So you continue to create value, then you always be valuable. All right. So 3 ways that I can suggest as we're going forward in this IR 4.0 to continue creating value. The first one is we must learn how to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Okay. Learn means learn new skills. Yeah. Learn new knowledge, learn new way of doing things, learn new technology. You need to learn. Okay. So that one is, I think, given lah. You know, we've been talking about lifelong learning for ages. Yeah, everybody pretty much get that. The second one is something that less talked about, but even more important, I feel, is to unlearn. You see, most of the time, why people get stuck, if you notice, you know, I go for training, you know, a lot of times the, you know, more senior people, they get stuck in certain way of doing things after they've been doing it for years. Yeah, they've been doing it for years. So you ask them to change, like, okay, you know, last time we use Microsoft Words, now we want to use Google Sheets. They'll be like, oh, what is that? You know, what is that? How do I access this? Cannot see this. Where do I click this? This button is here. They don't know how to do that. So we must learn how to unlearn. Yeah, we must learn how to unlearn, like, okay, this old way of doing things is no longer useful, no good. Let it go. Yeah, you need to let it go. Now, relearn means there are some things that are very useful, but they're different way of doing things now. Yeah, for example, last time people used typewriter to type a document, right? They use typewriter. So the main function is still to type out a letter. And then when computers came, people use Microsoft Words. Yeah, so they use a keyboard to type. Now people can use dictation. That means they speak and then the computer type for them. Yeah. In the future, who knows? Maybe there's something that reads your mind. You know, so I just think of it and then it appears in words. I think it's very, very possible. It's already, the technology is there. It's just not mass market yet. So the objective is the same. We still want to do our job. We still want to contribute to society. Yeah, we still want to create value, but we need to relearn how to do it in different ways. Yeah. So in terms of creating value, it's no longer how much time you're putting in, right? But how much value you can put out. Okay. How much time you're putting in means last time people say, oh, okay, you work 1 hour, I pay you 5 ringgit. Yeah, you work 8 hours, so I pay you 100 ringgit, for example. But now it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be, oh, you work how long? You work very, very long, so I pay you more. Yeah, but it's more of, okay, how much your work is going to benefit me? How much value is it mean to me? That's what value means. Yeah, if what you do can help me save 10,000 ringgit. Yeah, if let's say a tax auditor or, you know, a tax accountant come and say, okay, you're filing your taxes not very correctly. I don't know, you don't know how to file your tax properly. I help you to file your tax. I can save you 10,000 ringgit. Are you willing to pay me 5,000 for that? You know, otherwise you'll be paying 10,000 in taxes. Yeah, this is not to run away from taxes. Okay, so if government see this, please don't catch me. I'm just saying sometimes it's just you don't know how to do the process properly. Yeah, that's why you're overpaying in taxes. Yeah, or, you know, your business, you're running your business, for example, you're earning 50,000 a month. Yeah, and then this consultant comes and tell you, okay, if you do this, you go on, you launch this, your revenue can double. Yeah, from 50,000 a month, you can become 100,000 a month. So that is the value that you bring. Yeah, or I can cut down your time in half. Yeah, instead of now, so people go shopping, there's personal shoppers. Yeah, you know, personal shoppings. You don't need to spend time shopping. You know, you just give them a list, they shop for you. So that's the value that you give also. You cut down people's time from shopping. Okay, so there's learn, unlearn, relearn in creating value. Second one is, actually Venerable talked about this earlier. We need to think in terms of being self-employed. Everyone, you're actually running your own business. For example, if I'm Luhan, right, that means I'm Luhan Sdn Bhd already. I must run my own business. Yeah, if Brother Eow here, he must think of it as Eow Sdn Bhd. It is, you cannot just think of like, oh, I'm just an employee of this company anymore. Even if you're an employee, there's this thing called intrapreneurship. That means you're thinking like an entrepreneur within a bigger organization. Now, why is this important? Okay, number one, you see the rise of gig economy. You can Google this up. It means companies, like I said, they're not really excited to hire full-timers anymore. Why? Because one, it comes with very heavy responsibility. If I hire you full-time, that means I have to pay you your EPF, your SOCSO, and then you got medical, I have to give you medical leave, and then you got this issue, that issue, you know, you come to HR have to talk to you, all this kind of thing. So there's a high overhead cost for companies to maintain a full-time employee. So what companies are leaning towards now more and more is that instead of hiring full-time, they hire you on project basis. So if let's say, you know, Maybank want to launch a new app, new banking app tomorrow, right? So they're not going to hire 30 new people to build the app. They are just going to hire 30 people to run this project for 6 months. So after 6 months, hand over properly, they say bye-bye. Okay, you can work on other people's app, up to you. So you must be able to think like you're self-employed from now on. Yeah. Even if you're working in your own, working with other people as an employee. Yeah. Third one is, I think we see a lot of this during COVID situation, but I think it's going to get more and more normal even after COVID, is that people will get used to working remotely. And more importantly, not a lot of people talk about this, is working independently. Okay, working remotely means, okay, now you can work over Zoom, you can work using Google Drive, you can work using Slack, you know, all those collaboration tools, you can work virtually, no problem. The problem is working independently. Can you still accomplish your work? Can you still meet your deadlines if your boss is not looking over your shoulders? If there's no supervisor to check in with you and see, hey, how's this project going? Yeah, can you manage your own time and discipline to complete your work at home? So that is working independently. Yeah, so this is something, again, another kind of set of skills that, you know, everybody needs to learn. Yeah, especially with COVID and all these things. I find that I think a lot of companies now realize the benefit that, hey, we don't need to have very large office space now. Why not let everybody work from home, right? We just let everybody work from home, and then we don't have to pay so much electricity and pay so much Wi-Fi and everything. So we're just going to let people work remotely. And I think this is going to be a trend in the future where people can just work from home, and we don't have to crowd the city center anymore. We don't have to stay in urban areas anymore. You can work from anywhere in the world. Yeah. So that's just what I see. That's just what I see. But the end value is you need to learn to keep creating value anywhere you go. Yeah. Any profession, any job, any industry. Yeah. So that's all for my sharing.
Thank you very much again. So it's important that we remind ourselves, while we are fascinated by the concept of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and a lot of technological advancements, we must always stay true to ourselves and align ourselves with those natural principles such as honesty, humbleness, humility, and etc. And as highlighted by Brother Ruhan just now, we should also stop thinking that we are merely just an employee, but we should think in a bigger picture, like we are also part of the stakeholder. And when we are working for a company, it's important that we constantly and proactively thinking about the method we can create more value for the companies, because these are the parts that we can control. So I believe this has been a very fruitful sharing sessions. Like we have been updated with the important mentality and skills that we need to equip ourselves so that we stay relevant, although there are a lot of uncertainties and changes going on. And now it's time for our speakers to address the questions asked from our audiences. And the question one is, recently there's a lot of hot debates on the opinion of hiring staff based on their emotional intelligence is rated as more important than achievement in the academics. So what are the thoughts of our speakers on this matter? Maybe I would invite Venerable Yoden to answer on this first.
Thank you, Brother Yu. As my sharing earlier, the basic knowledge or the technical knowledge in the field that you are working in is very important. However, our emotional intelligence is more important as well, because what we speak and what we do is all from our mind, right? So I would say the education or the qualification from the educational achievement is like just the entry level, yeah, to prove that you have enough knowledge, you are capable to carry out the job or the responsibility given by the company. However, when we talk about the emotion intelligence, I believe we talk about the balanced mind. Mental balance results from understanding that self-respect is a natural outgrowth of having respect for others. If we have this sense of respect, so we will create a very harmonious working environment. Right? So if we know how to respect others, then we will know how to respect ourselves. If we know how to respect ourselves, then we will seldom feel anxious or moody. Our mind will be in balance, and our practice of morality will seem effortless. So this is very important. Another reason for that, we should have a balanced mind is because this can help us free ourselves from having an oppressive sense of morality or moral duty. So many people believe that moral lifestyles must be confining and stifling because they can conceive of it only as a serious abridgment of their freedom. Yeah. To people like this, agreeing to be moral feels like signing an unwanted contract. Yeah, sometimes. So nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah, morality is the only way to really be free. Yeah. When you understand this, you will realize the moral injunctions taught by the Buddha are keys to our success. Yeah. So mental balance, or we call emotional intelligence, is important. If you have faith, just practice the Dharma and apply in your life, you shouldn't have much problem and you will be successful for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable. And maybe Brother Ruhan could also share how much you value emotional intelligence.
Yeah, I'll just go through very quickly from what I know is definitely educational achievement is very low on the list now. Okay. Why? Because one, everybody has it. And two, it's no longer a very good determinant of whether you are successful at your job, whether you can contribute to the company, whether you can create value for your customers. It's just not a very good indicator anymore. So that's why people don't use it anymore. In terms of emotional intelligence, I think it's a mixture with what people understand by emotional intelligence is a lot of times what they want is the right attitude. They want someone who can, more important than, you know, a lot of companies actually, we don't want to hire a superstar that outshine everybody else. You know, why? Because if this superstar outshine everybody, then what about the rest of the company, the people that are already there, you know? So what they want is a team player that can work well with everyone and contribute to the whole. That is more important. So they will look for people who can blend in and work with the existing employees. So that's something to consider. Yeah. And other important attitudes that I know is the willingness to, how teachable are you? Yeah. So a lot of times, especially fresh graduates, when they come in, they may think, oh, I'm very smart, or, you know, oh, I know more than you because I read a lot of articles online, that kind of thing. Oh, these old people, boomer, you know, don't know anything, not updated kind of thing. So a lot of times companies want to know whether are you teachable or not, because I believe there's value learning from the old people or the younger people or from your peers, learning from everywhere. Yeah. So that's definitely something to consider, the right attitude.
Okay, yeah, here's the end of our question 1. And as for the next question, I think this also directed to both speakers. Hi speakers, what do you think about /youth? In Chinese, in Mandarin is called 斜杠青年. I think it refers to the generation, the youth generation, where they are not bounded by only one profession, but they pursue a multitude of interests and have a multitude of competence. Like they can be a writer, videographer, a broker at the same time. So I will open to the speakers to answer to this.
Okay, maybe I'll go first this time. First time hearing this, but looks like a very interesting phenomenon when I Google it. And also, you know, the technical team was helping to Google it. So for those who are listening in and wondering what is this /youth, I thought it's like, you know, like slash or rebellious youth. But okay, so I understand it's like they're holding multiple roles. Yeah, like I'm a content creator, I'm a blogger, I'm a journalist, I'm also a makeup artist, I'm a, yeah, whatever. Well, if that's the case, then I think maybe I fall into that also, because you see, I do so many things, right? I got so many interests, and I can speak from my personal experience. As in, I really felt that, because when I was trying to find what I wanted to do, right? When I know that, okay, I didn't like to do engineering, I was lost. I didn't know what else I want to do. So I had to do process of elimination, slowly find what is it that I don't want to do. And eventually I realized that actually I have a lot of interests, and it's very hard to choose between one. Okay. So what I did was pursue one, and then you get some sort of get good at it somewhat, and then add on another one. I don't think we should go like, you know, just do a bit, then you're all over the place like that. But rather spend some time in one direction first, and then get good at it. Yeah. Make a lot of mistakes in that area. Then after that, you expand to something else. That's fine. I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Okay, thank you, Brother Ruhan. Does Venerable Yoten have any thoughts on this?
Well, in terms of this, as I shared earlier, in ancient monastery, we've already well trained 3 breaths and 6 mallets and 18 types of ascetic monastic practices. Well, there's no harm. You have a lot of interest and skills. So And also it is required in this new era. However, one thing you must bear in mind, whatever you do, you must look into the uniqueness of your skill and interest. What is so special, what you can shout about, if you compare with others people. So the specialization and the profession is important. Thank you.
So venerable will be slash monastics. New term. We're gonna have a slash monastics now.
Yeah, from both the answer, it can be seen that to diversify your skills, can prepare yourself for those uncertainties and also the changes. So yeah, it is important that we keep that in mind. Now moving on to the third question. This is a rather interesting one. In this era, is it true that people must have 2 jobs in order to survive? I think maybe the audience who asked the questions is more concerned about the income side. So I leave it open to the speakers to answer this question.
I think venerable, no issue. She got multiple income stream. A lot of Dana people. Just joking.
During the pandemic, our financial status actually affected.
Yeah. Actually, it's true. I know a lot of society is so affected by that because nobody visiting. So, but anyway, back to the question is, I don't know. This one, it depends on your situation. I always believe, right? You have to do a reality check, Some people say 2 jobs to survive. Some people do 3. Some people do 4 or 5 even. So there's no right or wrong number in this sense. Some people do 1 or some people do none. They got rich parents, so don't need to work one. The father said, don't need to work. I got enough money to last you the next few generations. I literally know people like this, okay? So people tell, I got enough money, you don't need to work. Just, start a family or do whatever you want, kind of thing. So there's no right and wrong, as we know, we are born into different conditions. Yeah. So we need to look into our reality. What is the conditions that we are in? Not everyone is in the same conditions. So if you need that 2 jobs to survive, then go ahead. Do that 2 jobs diligently, honestly, to feed yourself, to feed your family. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of that also. But you don't also have to be caught up like, hey, my friend got 2 jobs. Hey, I want to have 3 jobs, man. I want to better, earn more money than my friend. Then no point lah. Or, I want to have 2 jobs for what? I want to buy the latest iPhone 12, is there really a need for that? You need to separate your needs from your wants. Otherwise, you'll be forever working to impress people, that kind of thing, or to chase the latest trends or fashion trends or technology trends and all those things. So it depends on your condition, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, do Venerable Yoden have anything to add to this question? Must we have 2 jobs in order to ensure our survival in this area?
This is personal needs, yeah. So I have no comment on this. Like Brother Luhan say, it is all depend on you. Okay. But regarding this, one question pop up in my mind always. How much is enough for you? Yeah. So I always ask this question. If a person tell me, oh, I always have not enough in my life, and I need to earn more money, I need to have greater achievement for my life. So I will ask, how much is enough? How much enough is enough for you? It's very personal.
Yeah, I agree with both speakers. It should be based on your actual needs. It's not a competition It's not like, oh, you have many jobs, then it's equivalent to your value. It's not working like that. And moving on to the fourth question. As mentioned by Venerable just now, contributing without asking for rewards is should be encouraged. But youth nowadays, there's a tendency to seek for recognition. How to deal with this situation, especially for those who work in the management position? Is this concept still practical at workplace? Okay, maybe Venerable Yoden would like to take this first.
Okay, thank you for the question. I would say it is your own perspective on the value, the value of in your career. What does it mean? Reward to you. Yeah. And with this, I think I should I should answer this question with my last sharing. Yeah. Remember the questionnaire that I shared just now? Now I would like to tell you the result, and then I will elaborate further, which I think is very much relevant to this question. Yeah. So can you see the answer? Right. So let's calculate your overall readiness to move into independent workforce. Yeah. So please sum up all your scores. If you score 21 or more points, you seem to have the capabilities that will help you to move into the independent workforce. If you score 10 to 20 points, you are almost ready. 10 or fewer points, you are not quite there yet. You might want to ask yourself, actually this is just for your reference, yeah. Okay, nothing right or wrong. Yeah. So you might want to ask yourself whether moving into independent workforce is ready for you. Yeah. The award or the reward that you are looking for, is it really for you? If you think it is, yeah, we suggest you to commit of practicing some of the strategy outlined in my sharing earlier. Yeah. So it takes a real sense of self-examination to not give into the fear of, oh my Buddha, I'm out of work, I need a job, or I'm really lousy, I'm not enough, and the expectation from my boss is too high. Yeah. Instead, you can actually take the time to sink into an examination of what you want to do with your time. And then once you actually find out what's meaningful for you, leveraging that volunteer opportunity, that internship, or that friends of a friend who happens to work in that field, and sort of, so that you actually start to explore what that means. Nevertheless, as mentioned earlier, you can invest the technical knowledge needed to do the job and learn the less tangible skills are important, but many people neglected this. Please tell me, what is the factor that influences your mindset? What is the factor that influences our mindset? You, me, ourselves. That's right. We must invest in ourselves, not only the knowledge and skill, yeah, but our mental health as well. Invest in our mind. Here is another option for you to invest. If you are able to slow yourself down enough, you can tune into reality as it is. then you are going to be the most skillful and productive person, because you are actually acting in line with reality. You are not so lost in things like, oh, things should be in this way, or I want them to be in this way, or even it used to be in this way. You are actually looking at what is going on and then can respond really proactively. So I think that is something very practical and could have high return on investment, ROI, okay, which our Deng Buddhist College that can offer. Yeah. So learn to look into yourself, yeah, talk to yourself. So we provide that kind of environment. Yeah, just invest like full time 9 months. Invest in yourself. Yeah. If you can't make it in full time basis, now you may consider to join the weekend Dharma class. Yeah, please visit our website dongzen.dzi.my for more information. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question, yeah, regarding the not looking for asking for the reward, but it is about what's the value in you and your perspective of the value in your mind. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Venerable Yoden, for sharing practical solutions for us to diversify our skills and also purify our mind. Just wonder whether Brother Ruhan would still like to add on for the question asked just now.
Yeah, maybe just a quick one. And I think first thing to consider is this: when Venerable mentioned contribute without asking reward, is for yourself, your own practice, first of all. Okay, we don't also impose on other people that expectation. You know, if they ask for reward, that's their problem. But we don't judge them or you know, put them down for that. But in a practical sense, when let's say you're in a management position and you're working with a lot of youth and they're demanding a lot of rewards, what I would suggest practically is, first of all, set an expectation. What do they expect when they come and work? What do they expect to get when they come to work? Yeah, what kind of rewards, recognition they expect to come to get when they come to work? You know, sometimes they just need some form of reassurance, like, okay, they are on the right track. They meet certain milestones, they are doing well. You know, just give them a pat on the back. You know, thank them, appreciate them for the contribution that they put to your team, because you're managing them. So appreciate their time for that. So it's just simple words like that, or you know, just simple makan celebration when the project is done, that kind of thing. So, but of course, don't also be swayed to like, oh, you know, have to overfeed them rewards. You know, there are some people who overcompensate and overdo it. Like, wow, I have to keep praising them and praise. Then only they continue to do work. I think that's also not very healthy. That's not very healthy. Yeah. So have a good balance of rewards and recognition. You know, the effort, the contribution, and the appreciation and the rewards that they get. I think that is the healthiest way to maintain that you know, relationship in work.
Okay, thank you, Brother Ruhan. I think due to time shortage, we couldn't take in any more questions, and I will just make a quick conclusion from my side. Personally, for me, this session has been nothing short of informative and insightful, especially for a postgraduate student like me, has been exposed to a lot of important mentality and competence to equip ourselves so that we are better prepared to embrace the changes and the challenges in this rapidly changing work field. And I would also like to invite, maybe starting with Venerable Yoden first, maybe 1 minute to make your conclusion or any messages you would like to pass to our audience before the end of our session.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. And also thanks the crew behind the screen and the the whole committee to organize this forum. Well, I would like to say every human life has boundless potential. Don't underestimate yourself. It is up to the mind of each of us to fulfill the value and success of life. So don't worry, be happy. We are here for you when you need us. Yeah, you can come to the temple or to approach any Buddhist society when you need help. Okay, I wish all of you stay safe, stay healthy, and stay awesome. May Buddha bless you all. Amitofo.
Okay, thank you, Venerable Yoden. We also want to express our gratitude for accepting our invitation and cater to our needs. And next up, Brother Luhan, any words from you to the audience?
Final words.
No.
Okay. Cannot be as elegant as Venerable, but I'll try. I think in these times of a lot of uncertainty, a lot of worry, a lot of fear, I just want to say to everybody who's listening that don't give up. You know, if you are in a difficult place right now, know that this too will pass. You know, just keep doing what you can. Just do your best at that moment by moment, just do your best. And then things will change. Impermanence, right? Things will change. So just keep going. Don't give up. Just keep trying. Keep learning new things. Keep going. Keep finding new ways. Be resourceful, and go for it. Yeah. And those of you who are in a good place, make sure you help out the people around you. Yeah, even if it's just listening to them, or if you can support them financially a little bit, also helps. Or just reaching out to them to offer a helping hand. That means a lot to people in these times. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Brother Rehan for also taking time out of his busy schedule to accept our invitations to share his perspective on the title today. Okay, now just a few more things before we end this section. I would like to cue my technical team to show the slide again. So we prepare a feedback form for all the audiences to fill up. Please let us know what you think about this forum session. Is it helpful for you, or do you have any suggestions for the theme that we could discuss in the future? The link will also be provided under the Facebook Live session if you couldn't scan the QR code. Okay, we also have a little preview of our upcoming activities. Next Saturday, the same time, same platform, we'll be having our final forum session. This one will be conducted in Mandarin. The theme is Kickstart Your Career. And then, just remember to mark down your calendar to listen to the preparations and homework fresh graduates should do when it comes to entrepreneurship and preparing for employment. And then, as I shared earlier, there will be an online career expo. Now we are still compiling the list of companies offering the job vacancy, but from 5th of December to 12th of December, 1 week time, we will be opening the job vacancies to all the applicants via this QR code, and also just stay tuned to this Facebook page for more updates. We will be providing more details to you in the coming weeks. And last but not least, tonight our activity series for today still hasn't ended. In the morning, we have Venerable Mahinda launching the Awakening with Metta with us, and now we have our English forum sessions. And tonight we will have the first global online launching ceremony of the Melody of True Beauty third album with the title of With Vows, We Swore. So because it has been a long period of time since we launched the second album, and this launching has actually been postponed for a few months due to the CMCO situations. So we invite all the audiences and all the lovers of Buddhist hymns to come online tonight to witness this proud moment and to listen to the melody of our Buddhist hymns. Okay, also a big thank you to the Wasiti Buddhist Society listed here for helping us to share this event and involve in the publicity work to let more university students and fresh graduates to know more about this activity series. Thank you to you all. Okay, so we come to the end of our English forum sessions. Yeah, so now maybe we both our speakers can open the mic for the final time and say goodbye to our audiences who have been staying with us for the past 2 hours.
Goodbye.
God bless you.